What up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Grower and the Shower. Make sure to subscribe down below if you aren't already, and like the video because we are talking about the release date of Hogwarts Legacy. Well, Bradley, Hogwarts Legacy Portkey Games announced that February 10th of next year is when the release date for Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah, what's that? Isn't that the third time it's been pushed back?
Oh, probably, yeah. And I actually assume this will be pushed back again, but it's at least nice to have an official date.
I don't think it will. I think now that they've released, they put a real date on it. I think it'll come out on that date. I think that's probably the last time we
Then
see
or
it pushed
around.
off.
I think then or around.
I think because they haven't given a date every time they push that, they just like, oh, it's gonna be. I think it was supposed to be end of 2021, then it was beginning of 2022, then it was end of 2022, and then they kind of released that it'll be December, and then they released that it's gonna be February 10th. This is the first time they put a date on it. So
which I'm fine with that. If like they're saying that the game's in final preparation, and this is probably, I'm hoping this next 6 months is just tidying up things, making sure the game's crisp. Obviously, there's always going to be little bugs in games that when you have thousands of people playing and you have probably millions of hours in a game, you're going to find stuff that the developers couldn't.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I mean, I know a lot of people complain, but I would much rather, like, I'm so excited for the game. I would rather them push it back and be like, hey guys, the game isn't ready, as opposed to release some, pile of garbage that is super buggy and unfinished and takes me out of the experience to where it just kind of ruins it for me.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole cyberpunk fiasco, right? So
yeah, and I mean, No Man's Sky, you have a lot of games like that, or not that Hogwarts Legacy has promised us a bunch. I think they've been pretty smart on what they've shown. I think with this, when it came out a week ago, they, I'm forgetting the YouTube account, but it was like an hour-long video. It just showed like what the developers are dealing with, how they come about their character creation, everything like that, and it was some good insight on what the game's being about.
It is the Harry Potter game that we've all wanted since we were children. So there's a lot of weight that are on their shoulders.
That's true.
They put it out though. They gotta, like I said, put it off. I mean, and I'm 100% okay with it. I'm not gonna.
No, I mean, who knows? It might be like, hey, God of War announced November. December isn't going to be a good time for us. Everyone's still going to be on that God of War hype. So we'll see.
Yeah,
I think this is smart. It'll give the hype of God of War time to die down and get those fans ready for another game, because they did announce it's going to be available on everything that day besides Switch.
Yeah, which is cool. I'm glad to see that. I mean, the Switch thing, I think everybody kind of expects.
Yeah.
Before a Switch port comes over. So.
Other than like an open world Zelda game, I don't expect the Switch to just handle those type of games. But it handled Elden Ring, so who knows?
No, I mean it can handle it. They just gotta, they have to port it, so it just takes time to do it. So I'm okay with that. I mean, I wouldn't buy it on the Switch either way. So I'm definitely gonna play that one on the PS5. Exciting though. At least we got that date, man, and we're coming up on it, and I'm ready to get into some Harry Potter. Or not really Harry Potter, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'll
some Hogwarts. I will too. I'll name myself Harry.
Hell yeah, I will. I don't care. I'll put a scar on my fucking forehead on the other side of it. It won't be a lightning bolt, it'll be a squiggle.
I'll put a teardrop.
Yeah.
Lightning bolt.
Hell yeah. Oh man, that would be dope if you could put teardrop tattoos or something like that. That'd be so cool.
I mean, a lot of information has come out about the game recently. We don't have to get into all of that, but it's just made this even more exciting about this. We have some anticipation. It isn't just up in the air when it's going to come out. February 10th. Mark your calendar.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm ready to get it. Oh yeah, that's some interesting news that came out. It was like you got a lot of names for the professors, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, I forget all the Sirius. The Black family, not the color, but the last name, the Blacks. They're apparently gonna be in the teachers and shit. He apparently was the Black. He was a hated professor,
headmaster,
yeah. But he was apparently hated. They didn't like the Black. What's wrong with you? Thought they did? That's what
No,
I heard. I don't know much about him, but I know in the lore that they didn't like the blacks like at all in Harry Potter or
they
like
did
in
not.
Hogwarts.
They did not like the black family like that.
Nah. Mm-mm. They were cool with all the other families, but the black ones they're a little too mean. They said they were stealing everything. They were always loud inside. They said that the black family would just walk down the halls of Hogwarts freestyling all the time and playing their music with no headphones on. It was ridiculous.
When they talk about that
The
London
black
lady.
family were using their wand and making beats on the table all the time. Like, hey, that's not what a wand is for. Every day at the lunchroom table, they would just use their wand making those beats.
The visual of that is what got me. I could just like imagine Jordan if it was fucking Wizard
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that was just that black. The female blacks were always loud and eating hot Cheetos in the back of the potions class. It was ridiculous, dude.
I'm editing all that out, but it's fucking.
No, you can leave it in, bro.
I love Sirius Black.
Yeah, it was a good character. It's kind of crazy that he did get in prison for a crime he didn't commit.
Yeah. Oh.
February 10th, 2023. That's when we get to live out our childhood fantasies. I cut that out.
I'm leaving all that in.
It's terrible.
You want me to leave the poor in, but cut that out, okay?
You leave all this in. I don't give a fuck.